exciting episode of Illuminati with Crip and Tricks. I am having to raise my voice a little bit. I'm not yelling at you. It's just that we are here at the atelier of Cesare and Jean-Marie Siuco, which is Art Lab, which used to be around in the 80s and 90s along EDSA. Yes, that's right. And tonight, it is being inaugurated here in Ayala Alabang Village, next to our house. So Crip and I are so excited.
Country Club Drive, right?
Right, for any stalkers who want to drive by and see Crip. Okay, so the whole episode will be featuring interviews, asking people what they think about Art Lab. What else?
It's incredible. It's fabulous. In the old Art Lab, the original one in the 60s and 70s on EDSA, I have very fond memories of the place. Of course, there was a lot of kalokohan that went on there. The first poetry readings, the first performances of...
That's right. It was actually the beginnings of everything. 70s, 80s, 90s.
Incredible time. So it's great to now be aware that all this is being resurrected again in a different place and in a different setting. But it's incredible. It's fabulous. You'll soon take a tour of the place, courtesy of Tricks.
That's right. We'll be touring Art Lab and all of the different spaces of the venue. Stick with us, and we promise you an exciting episode that you will not want to miss. So stay with us on Illuminati with Crip and Tricks.
And Art Lab.
And Art Lab.
structures, the front, which is more of a showroom and work area late at night, and the back building, which is the studios and the storage spaces. 4 years of saying next month opening. So finally we are opening today, and I can't believe it. Thank you to all who helped to make this possible, and thank you to everyone here to join us in this evening of joy and triumph. Thank you, thank you. Drum roll.
Fabulous!
Welcome back, viewers. We are now here with my dearest sister, Maxine Sihuko. Say hello, everybody. And behind us is actually her studio space, which is by day, a portion of it is actually known as the Little Picasso. This is an arts and crafts workshop for little kids of all ages. So Maxine does that by day, but by night, she does her more enigmatic work. And the Little Picasso is the housing ground for that. So Maxine will give us a tour of the space of Little Picasso. But Maxine, would you like our viewers to know anything in particular about your studio space?
Yes, so this is my private studio. I usually work here late nights. It's also my personal collection is hanging here, and I allotted a space specifically for my students because I teach art to students. So my students are around ages 2 to 12, and buyers, collectors, or just tour groups can come here anytime by appointment, and I can give them a private tour.
Yes, that's true. And as a matter of fact, a lot of the works that you see here have already been bought or purchased by several renowned art collectors. So Maxine's very proud and happy about that. And hopefully, you will see why. So join us in the tour of Maxine Sihuko's studio and stay with us right here on Illuminati's coverage of Art Lab.
Hi, everyone. I'm Maxine Sihuko. I'm a poet and a visual artist. And today I'm going to be giving you a tour of my gallery, studio, and workspace. So, over here we have my mixed media pieces. And of course, over here we have my work table. This is where I work. It tends to get even messier than that, but right now it's in pretty good shape. These are some of my self-portrait photographs over here. And over here we have my hand-carved mixed media sculpture, which in a sense is also a self-portrait. And if you could just come over here. Okay, so here at the table we have, the usual art materials. We have my pencils, my paints, brushes up here, magazines, of course, because I always need some sources of extra inspiration. And over here we have one of my paintings, which was exhibited in the Asian International Art Exhibition in Korea last year. And over here we have, this is like my small little nook where I like to, hang empty canvases on my easel, and I have my little stool, and this is where I usually work. And over here we have more work, more materials, as you can see. And this painting is one of my most recent paintings. It's called Red Wood. It belongs to the collection of Mr. Raymond Reyes. It's actually made of recycled plywood. So I found a piece of rotting plywood in a dump site, and I decided to take it and turn its ugliness into something that I think is beautiful. And over here, we have some of the first pieces I ever created. So these are two panels from a series of 4. The title is Shadow Eros, that there might be something when there is nothing at all. The main concept here is that when you look at things from afar, you see all kinds of lights. But when you decide to look closely enough, if you're wise enough to be able to look closely enough, you could discover that there might be nothing at all. And over here, we have my recent photographs. So all of these photographs, they're from a series called Veils, because no matter what, the model in the photo is always veiled, and the viewer will never actually be able to see the identity of the model. And we can move over here. So over here, this is like my lounge area where I entertain guests or clients, and sometimes late nights drinking with friends. Or I have my bookshelf over there. I love books. I collect books, so I have all my books over there. And over here, this is the classroom where I teach my students, who are usually ages 2 to 12. And if you can just come over here, you might be able to see a sample of some of their artworks. So these are some of the artworks that my students have created and have given to me as gifts. So this is a very happy place. This is like my happy place in life because it has the energy of all the children and all of the good times, and the creative spirit of children is always so honest and so pure. Okay, so I think we're done with our tour, and you guys can come back again.
Hey again, viewers, it's me, Trix, and my partner, Crypt, is somewhere lost amidst the crowd. I don't know where he went. I don't know if he got lazy to join me, which is probably not the case because he's not that bad. He's bad, but he's not that bad. So he's probably getting drunk somewhere here at Art Lab. This is the atelier of Cesare and Jean-Marie Sihuko, who are quite familiar to me somehow. You don't have to know why. And right now I'm going around interviewing people, and I have stumbled upon Ian Lomongo. He is one of my favorite artists, actually. He shows up at all our events and then just like the most spontaneous performances. So, yeah, Ian came here all the way from Angono. So imagine that we are now in Muntinlupa City in Ayala, Alabang at the atelier of Cesare and Jean-Marie Sihuko. And we have artists from all over the metro and beyond. So Ian Lomongo is here, and Ian has had the opportunity to go around and check out Art Lab, which is the gallery of Cesare and Jean-Marie Sihuko. And let's get a few thoughts from him. Since you guys couldn't be here, let's get some thoughts from some artists and guests in attendance, shall we? Ian, share with us some thoughts on Art Lab and your impressions or expectations, please.
Actually, I have been wanting to go to Art Lab since I used to see Art Lab in EDSA before, but I never had the chance to visit there. I don't know. Siguro, if I'm not mistaken, parang it stopped. It closed for a while. So, I mean, I used to still see the sign Art Lab in that place.
That's right, because Art Lab, the original one, was opened in the late 80s to the early 90s. And unfortunately, there was a fire and it burned down. So lots of the artworks were lost. But yes, it was like the playground of sorts of many of the artists that were then budding, like si Vim Nadera, dun siya nag-workshop dati, Orville Tiamson, yes, Sid Hildawa. Yes, and you were saying, matagal mo nang gustong pumuntang Art Lab, hindi na abutan.
And I'm really glad na Art Lab has finally reopened here it's far, but oh, I mean, yes, it's really worth your while and time to take the time to visit it, to visit the place. It's amazing. I mean, I see the works of Cesare and of course Jean Marie and even of your works, Maxine's, Micheline's. But yun nga, kumbaga, I still would like to go around. Pero I've seen some of the works before in the exhibits that were done by, yes, Remounted. But ang ganda lugar.
Hey guys, it's me, Trix again. Crip is still missing in action, but I will find him very soon, I promise. I am joined right now by one of the greatest Filipino artists of all time. And I say this not only because he's one of my godfathers, which he is, but yes, this is Tiny Noida. So Justin Noida, right? Right, Ninong?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, Tito Tiny will be sharing some thoughts with us on Art Lab and what he thinks of the gallery. Tito?
I used to know Art Lab way back before. So this is Art Lab Reborn. And not only reborn, I see a lot of my contemporaries. So it's like a reunion to me. I see Nap, Creep, Diana, Red Mansueto, your mom. I haven't seen your dad yet. I don't know where he is right now. Huh?
Oh, my dad is here. He's just always hard to find, elusive as always.
And also the place. And I thought it was near your house. But it's, sabi ko, I know this drive. We're gonna see it. So we saw this lot of cars outside. So finally, that's the gallery. It's very ahead compared to other galleries. It is, the way it's constructed, the way it's done, the atmosphere. Well, continuation, because I always like, and I love the Sky Lab. But at that time, it was near the highway. My God, they're all laughing.
Oh, my dad has spotted Tito Tiny Noida now, and so there's a little reunion going on here. I'm going to cut this interview short, and we're going to go look for some more people to bother right here on Illuminati with Crip and Trix.
Wow, my goddaughter is beautiful, huh? Don't
Oh,
you think so?
yeah.
Look at her. Like,
It's your goddaughter talaga eh.
Oh my God, I tell you.
What's up, Illuminati viewers? This is Trixie Hugo, and I'm here right now with my homeboy, Danny Ziliada. What's up, Danny?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm just being a little cuckoo right now because I'm so excited. We are here in Ayala, Alabang, right next to my home, actually. We just opened the atelier of Cesare and Jean Marie Ziuca, which is called
Art Lab.
That's right. So Art Lab was actually around in the late 80s or early 90s or through the early 90s. And then unfortunately, it had to close down. There was a fire and amongst other things. And now we're so happy that Art Lab has been relaunched. And Danny Ciliada, who is one of the friends and artists closest to my family's hearts, has had the opportunity to see and witness Art Lab for himself. So basically, Danny, maikli lang to. I just want to know, can you share with our viewers the thoughts or impressions that you have on Art Lab so far?
Yeah, the moment I entered a while ago, I felt like I was floating in the clouds of art, of the Sioko family art. I mean, every corner, there's an art. And when you read particular Sihoko's works, Cesare Sihoko's works, it makes you think, and it touches your soul, your heart. And also Jean Marie, particularly also Jean Marie's works here at the corner, and Trixie Hoko. Actually, it was a Canadian, David, who showed me your works. I didn't notice it, and he was really impressed. And Art Lab, for me, all I could say is that Art Lab is a venue for research, experiment, creating, but it's also a place to discover something unexpected, something accidental. So I think the Cesare Sihoko family, this is the Sihoko art, is about discovery, exploration. Along the way, some accidental art happens, But in other words, it's all about passion, about the profundity of exploring art, the inexhaustible creativity that the Sihoko family uh, went throughout the years. And I could say that whenever I'm with the Sihokos or with their art, I feel like I'm floating above the clouds. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Danny Ciliada. I hope you'll be exhibiting with us or at least doing performances here when we have our future events.
Sure, and I would prepare really for that. And yeah, I'm excited already.
Thank you. We're excited already, so stay with us. I actually just spotted my co-host, Krip Yuson, surrounded by chicks. Joke, joke, joke. To anyone who may be watching, I was kidding. I'm just clarifying, I was kidding. Okay, I'm going to go find him now, and we're going to go interview more people right here on Illuminati with Krip and Tricks.
Well, yeah, she did find me, and yes, I am a rather on the bibulous state, but I'm still functioning, and especially when I'm with a fellow who happens to be the foremost art critic in the country, an old friend, Sid Reyes, who also happens to be an outstanding artist in his own right. And we have just a simple question for him. Tuloy ba? Oh, okay. Sid, now that you've experienced Art Lab for a few minutes or an hour since its opening, what are your first impressions?
Well, typical of Cesare's ventures, totally unexpected, but always most welcome. I'm sure this place, Art Lab, which has its origin, as you know, in the old EDSA building, many decades ago. It's an incredible resurrection, shall we say. Art Lab, the very name suggests a mind working in a laboratory, as it truly is laboratory in terms of simmering, controversial breakthrough ideas. Cesare has always been at the front rank, no? Of creative thinking that breaks barriers, creating artworks that sometimes they really despise commercialism. And for that, he has been a great culture hero to many artists who refuse to succumb to the blandishments of the art market.
Very well said, Sid. Lastly, what expectations would you have for a place like this? An atelier, meaning personal art space, right? And a workshop space as well, very close to their own home, with these 5 or 6 Sihuko kinship, all performing individually and collectively. Apart from them, what do you expect to see in this space?
Well, a word on the artistic marriage of Cesare and Jean-Marie. And of course, the progeny of all these talented, creative children. We expect the Art Lab to become a, shall we say, a lightning rod for more exciting creative activities in the South. And I think Cesare, being at the forefront of creative thinking, is the best person to launch a place such as Art Lab.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sid.
My pleasure, Krip, as always.
Thanks.
Dear viewers, we are joined right now by one of our most distinguished guests of honor. It is Miss Diana Ongpin Recto, who is, of course, one of the strongest rocks of Philippine art and culture. So we are very thrilled and privileged to have had her as one of our guests of honor. So in case you missed the first half, we are now amidst the inaugurational evening of Art Lab, which is, of course, Atelier de Cesare and Jean-Marie Sihuko. This is our gallery/museum. And Tita Diana has had the opportunity to browse around a bit. Tita Diana, what I'd like to ask you to share with our viewers is any thoughts that you might have on Art Lab, what you've seen so far, and also what you would hope or what you would expect from it in the future.
I'm thrilled to be here. It's a beautiful spaces, because there are several levels and several rooms. I'm told that you have a space for a visiting artist. And Micheline tells me, Trix tells me that she has a room where she can also work. and there will be events and exhibits. So it's wonderful. I mean, art will live here. It lives here. And I was thinking that your family, you are also talented. Your life is art, and your art is life.
Yes.
It's a two-way street, completely. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tita Diana. And to all our viewers, we hope that you will come down to Alabang. It's actually inside Ayala, Alabang at 327 Country Club Drive, Ayala, Alabang. We will be having, like Tita Diana mentioned, many art events and exhibits here. We will be inviting, rather, all of the artists from up north to come do some exhibits down south for the benefit of the people who live here also. So thank you once again, Tita Diana. And thank you to our viewers. Catch up with us some more as we continue in this episode of Illuminati with Crip and Tricks. Right now, if you notice, it's quieted down a little bit. And that's because we're in one of the more laid-back spaces of Art Lab, which is the atelier of Cesare and Jean-Marie Sihuko. For those of you who might have missed out on this, we are actually here because it is the inauguration night of Art Lab, which was actually the gallery of Cesare and Jean-Marie Sihuko as early back as the 80s and 90s. And then it had to close down. And now, tonight, we are celebrating the relaunch of Art Lab. And with us right now is one of our most distinguished guests of honor for the evening. This is Mr. Christian Espiritu, who is a pillar of art and culture in our country as well. So, Tito Christian, I'd just like to ask you very briefly, can you share some thoughts, insights, or impressions that you have of Art Lab?
Well, this is like a big blessing for the village. You know, like the young people can come here. Those with inclination towards art can research here. And I'm very, very impressed. You know, I've been going to your other house many times, no. But this is really the antithesis of the other house, you know, because this is very modern.
Very minimal.
Yeah, very minimal. And I like the things, everything that I saw tonight.
Hey there, Illuminati viewers. We are back with more interviews for you. I am here with a familiar face. You've seen him. Piolo Pascual, of course. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry. We're here, yes, with Mr. Ronnie Lazaro, who is very near and dear to my heart. He is one of my godfathers as well. So, Tito Ronnie, you have experienced Art Lab in the flesh, in person, of course. And this is the atelier/gallery of Cesare and Jean-Marie Sihuko. And you have known my parents ever since before we were born, ever since I was even conceived.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you're. My dad always says you're one of his best friends. So, bearing that in mind, I'm just kidding. Objectively speaking, what are some of your thoughts or impressions on Art Lab? Ano pong masasabi mo about first impression? Kung ano yung first impression niyo?
I was talking to the famous and multi-awarded production designer Rodel Cruz earlier, because he was saying before coming in here, according to him, he has certain perspective. What could it be, no? Like a gallery. But to me, I told him, knowing these guys, I am ready to be surprised. And I'm surprised and I'm very happy. What is very important to me that I saw was, suddenly I saw the most of the artworks of Cesar, and I'm feeling nostalgic because I see some that I saw when we were together during the 80s, works that are already installed here. The works, they found their home in this place right now. And it's something to celebrate, that it is all here inside this Art Lab, the new Art Lab, or should we call it the new Art Lab? But
Yes, it is the new Art Lab because the old one was originally established in EDSA. And Tito Ron, hindi nyo po naabutan yun?
inabutan ko pero hindi ako nakarating dahil sa mahababang kwento. Maybe another interview would be fine.
Another interview, definitely. We'll take you up on that. So, yeah. Are there any other words? Would you like to, can you help us, actually, I should ask you, can you help us invite the people out there from up north to come down and visit naman kayo dito sa Art Lab?
Yeah, with this show, you will be inviting more, and we will spread the word. And this is going to be a great place to be here. And I know I could see already a lot of happenings soon in this place.
So now I'm going to ask you, as my ninong, to use your face value, speak into the camera, and invite people. right now.
Should I? Will I say the
We
address?
can do it together.
The address?
327.
Yeah, okay. Mga kaibigan, sa mundo ng art, no? Halika kayo, puntahan niyo itong lugar sa Ayala, Alabang, number 327, Country Club Drive. Bisitahin niyo ang art lab ng mga Sihukos. See you.
And we will be back with more interviews still and more exciting progressions, I guess I should say, because we don't know what to expect, as is always the case with these art events and with the Sihuko art events for that matter.
You should not expect with them.
That says it all. We'll catch you some more on Illuminati with Crip and Tricks.
Here we are at the entrance of an outstanding work by our partner Tricks Sihuko, Denuamont, something solos. And I just want to ask a guest, Miggy Castro, how she found this piece.
Oh, I didn't know that you could actually open it and go inside. So it was interesting enough, from outside with the door closed. But then it's such a different experience when it's actually open. It's really, the ambient sound is so, it's actually giving me nightmares already. Yeah, the creeps. And then we were encouraged to go inside and actually roam around. So you can't see it from here, but then the face on the figure is actually really scary. So,
And those sounds.
yeah, the sounds. So it took me a while to actually understand the poem and the message. So it's really deep. So it's so it's such.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. Thank you, Mickey.
Concludes this episode of Illuminati with Crip and Tricks. I told you it would be exciting. I'm so glad we got to interview all of the guests in attendance. We had people all the way from Angono, Makati, Quezon City. Yeah. And what did you think of tonight's inauguration of Art Lab?
It was incredible. It was fabulous, fantabulous. And as you can note, I'm holding the same glass, but with different contents. But as they say, you never cross the same river twice. Okay? Which is why you're in the red chair and I'm in the black chair for the ending. Yeah.
That's right. We started out the episode. He was on this chair. I was on that chair. It has been a long night. Started at 6 p.m. It's now around 10 p.m. Yeah.
We invite you to come to this place. Everyone who is concerned or interested in, concerned about, interested in, impassioned with art and culture in this great country of ours, this terrific country of superior visual artists, you have to come to Art Lab. It's the latest church in town.
Yeah, come to Art Lab. It's in 327 Country Club Drive, Ayala, Alabama. We're running out of time, so we're going to make this really, really quick. Thank you for joining us, viewers, on Illuminati with Crip and Chick. We hope to see you again next week, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Thank you. We'll see you again.